Hey guys, Carl here from GameReviewsHQ.net, and today we're going to have a look on the open beta first-person shooter Dirty Bomb. Dirty Bomb is a fast-paced free-to-play first-person shooter developed by Splash Damage and published by Nexon America Incorporation. If you don't know Splash Damage, they are the one who created Brink, a hate it or love it first-person shooter that was published by Bethesda a few years ago. They mostly create multiplayer games like the one from Batman Arkham Origins and Doom 3, so you can say Splash Damage is versed in making multiplayer games. And it is true, as Dirty Bomb is probably one of the most interesting free-to-play shooter out there right now. Currently, the game is still in open beta, but it has a lot of potential. Now let us break it down. First of all, let us talk about the graphics. It is not spectacular in any way, as there are others that have better graphics, but overall it does look decent enough and it plays smoothly with no problem whatsoever regarding the frames per second. Note that this is still in open beta, and I do hope they push out higher resolution objects since the low resolution objects are kind of noticeable at first glance. The map design is detailed enough and there are several ways to go in one location so you can flank the other team. However, the maps are only few right now, but I do hope they produce more maps soon, but most of the maps are creatively made and it's fun to play. How about the gameplay? Well, it is your typical online shooter games, but there are three modes here: Objective, Stopwatch, and Execution. Objective mode is basically what you see from other shooter games. There is a set of objectives in the game that you must complete in order to win, and you must do it in a limited time. If you complete all the objectives, then you win. If the time runs out before you finish it, then you lose. The average playtime of that mode is around 15 minutes, so it is quite an engaging game mode as there are 3 objectives to be done in each map. The second mode is Stopwatch. They are basically the same as Objective mode, except both team plays as attackers and defenders, so they're just swapping out and check which team is the fastest. So basically that is Stopwatch. It is basically an objective mode wherein you just freaking finish the freaking objectives faster than the other team. That's all. The third one is Execution. It is fairly new and there is only one map for this mode, and actually this is still a prototype and they are locking it up sometimes and they will put out a demo test, so I've tried that and it is actually really cool, and the map is still a bare bone map. There is no aesthetic whatsoever. There are no colors, there are no nothing. Though there are 2 objectives, so Execution plays like Counter-Strike. The attackers will plant a bomb on either of the 2 sides and the defenders will kill all the attackers or defuse the bomb if it's planted. First team to get 6 wins will win the match, and there is no respawn once you die, so stick together. The greatest thing about Dirty Bomb is there are a lot of roles you can play with. However, you can only use them in a limited time unless you buy them with real cash or in-game currency, which actually costs a lot. It is the same concept as Heroes of the Storm and League of Legends if you are familiar with those. The problem, however, lies on how much you earn per game. It seems it is only a small amount, most of the time averaging for 230 credits. Computing it may take hundreds of matches before you can buy the merc you like. There are daily objectives that you can finish, so you can earn like 1000 or more credits, but it's still just too slow to see an actual progress in the game. Anyway, the classes differ so much from each other and all of them are very useful. In a match, you can pick 3 classes for your squad and you can interchange them before you respawn in the game. For example, I am prone on using medics since nobody gives a damn about them and I'm forced to use it. Though I became relatively good for reviving my teammates, and yet there are 2 skills for each class, so that adds a variety of things you can help your team win. Medics use a shotgun for close range killing, and you can revive fallen teammates in a blink of an eye than any other soldier, as it takes 8 seconds to help another teammate. Medic also plants medical station, which helps a lot if you are in the middle of firefight and your team is losing health. And there are several types of medics, so the one I'm talking about is Aura. He basically the basic medic on the team, and she is free to use and she is not timed merc. Others like Skyhammer can do heavy damage with his skill, as he can call an airstrike. He can also drop ammo for his teammates if they are getting low ammos, and they would probably do, as you can only have 2 or 3 magazines when you respawn. Each class have their use of their own to help the team, and it may take a while before you can find the most comfortable merc to suit your playstyle. There are several servers available for players around the world, and good god, there is an Asian server and it's fairly smooth to play with low lag whatsoever. Though there are times where my ping peaks at 500, still not sure what did it, but at least it only happened once. However, a huge problem regarding the team balance, as there is no matchmaking right now in a quick match. You can join wherever server and whichever team you want to play with, so most of the time, one of the teams is getting bombarded by the other team because it is not balanced. So it is like Counter-Strike Global Offensive if you think about it. You can play casual, then there is no sort of matchmaking, though that has better matchmaking to say the least, since you are grouped to the same level as you. Unlike here, you can join wherever server you want. Anyway, another problem, once you reach level 5, you can now do ranked match. However, it seems that there are only few people playing competition in Asia. I have waited for almost 10 minutes and nothing. I've chosen 2 closest servers for me and still nothing. So I think it is a lot better to just play using the quick match, though it seems US West and Europe are the most active, but the ping is just too high to play it smoothly. Competition is basically ranked match. They are your typical bragging rights for others. If you win several times, you'd be promoted, and if the opposite happened, you'd be demoted. Regarding the store for this game, you are not necessarily needed to buy things here. The game is very generous on giving free crates where you can get a loadout card. Though you can buy the regular case on the store with 1000 credits or some of the elite ones which cost $5 a piece, which gives a higher chance of getting a good card, but there is a low chance that you will get a bronze or lower card. And hey, it does not necessarily make you good in Dirty Bomb, which is I like. It's more on cosmetics, though some cards have augments wherein it helps you a little bit regarding a certain area of the game, and just a minor boost from your stats. Still, it is not a huge advantage for those who have it. That is basically the gameplay of Dirty Bomb. Sound and atmosphere. The music gets more intense as the time passes by on objective mode, which brings stress and tense for both teams. Very good atmosphere for a shooting game. It does not feel dull or anything like that. There are always action in every corner. So yeah, before I end my first look for this game, let us recap with the pros and cons of Dirty Bomb. The good thing about Dirty Bomb is, first, the overall feel and gameplay of the game is really enjoyable and intense. Second, to win matches, you need to win as a team, as Dirty Bomb is class-based. There are several mercs you can choose from and put 3 of them in a squad. You can change characters before you spawn. This gives tactical advantages as you can put different types of mercs like what I have in my squad, a recon, a medic, and an engineer. All of those are very useful depending on the situation. Third, the map designs are creatively made. There are several pathways you can go in to reach the objective. The graphics are decently made too, but could have higher resolution on some areas in the game. Fourth, there are several servers available, and all of them are very stable to say the least. You can easily join games since there are a lot of players playing. Fifth, Dirty Bomb has a pretty nice sounds and atmosphere is never dull. Lastly, Dirty Bomb is totally not a play to win as nothing is behind the paywall. Unless you count the elite cases wherein you get better cards. Still, it's a free-to-play game and the company needs to earn, so let's leave it like that. All free-to-play games are like that. The loadout cards have a pretty nice touch up for cosmetics and give slight advantage for those who have better cards. So yeah, that is the pros for Dirty Bomb. How about the bad things about Dirty Bomb? Well, currently there are 3 game modes, perhaps there are 2 usable, as the third mode is still a prototype and is still being tested on, and right now it is not usable by the time I made this video. Sadly, the remaining 2 are the same game modes with just slightly different goals. Second is the time mercs. You cannot use all the mercs on the spot unless you buy them with real money, which may cost $6 to $8 a piece, or by using credits, which may cost 30,000 credit or 50,000 credit. And that's a huge amount of credit to earn. And yeah, some people may hate the fact that it costs so much and you have to pay like $6 to get a merc. But some people may see it as a goal as you can get them through in-game currency. Which comes the third con of Dirty Bomb. The grind for credit is quite slow. For each match, you may get around 200 and 300 credit, and if you finish the daily goals and the other goals, it may rack up to 2000 credits, which is really hard to come by in Dirty Bomb. One merc, like I said, costs around 30,000 credit, and some are 50,000 credits. Getting an average of 250 credit is just low. Fourth con is the lack of maps right now. It is still on open beta and we would probably see more in the future, but currently there are like 5 maps available, and it may get boring after continuous playing time. Fifth con is there is no matchmaking in quick match and you can join whichever team you want. The server picks any players available, then shove them in the server lobby. It is up to player how they group themselves in. It just creates imbalance. Sixth con is the ranking match. For an unknown reason, I just cannot play it on Asia server. Europe server, however, is a lot easier to join, but it may hurt the fun since the ping would be high. I tried it and it just picks out 300 to 400 ping. Wow. So yeah, that is basically the pros and cons of Dirty Bomb. It is really a fun, fast-paced and addicting game, and it is free. You can go download it on Steam, very active and very fun first-person shooter. So this is my first look of Dirty Bomb. I am Carl signing off. Bye.